Watch the clock in the corner of the screen. Every time it pulses, somewhere in the world, one person just died from diabetes. One every 9 seconds. That is over 3 million people a year. And here is the part that should stop you cold. Most of these people it is coming for next have no idea it is already working or happening inside them. Hello, I am a pharmacist. I have spent 15 years watching this up close. Give me the next 8 minutes and I will show you exactly how big this is, how it kills, and the good news almost nobody is talking about. How if you catch it early, you can turn it around. Let me give you the real numbers and I'm going to tell you exactly they come from so you can check every single digit yourself. A study published in The Lancet estimated that more than 500 million people were already living with diabetes in 2021. More than 500 million. That's more than 500 million of people. The World Health Organization puts it even higher and shows you how fast it is moving. In 1990, about 200 million adults had diabetes, according to WHO. By 2022, that number had exploded to about 830 million. Stop and sit with that. The number did not creep up. It more than quadrupled in one generation. That is roughly 1 in every 7 adults on the planet. And the deaths, they're more scary. The International Diabetes Federation estimates diabetes was responsible for about 3.4 million deaths in 2024. That works out to roughly 1 death every 9 seconds. That puts it among the top causes of death on Earth, right alongside the diseases we are all afraid of. And the numbers are still climbing. The same group projects that by 2050, the number of adults living with diabetes will reach about 850 million. We are on track for nearly 1 billion people. That is not a distant science fiction number. That is your lifetime. Now, diabetes does not usually kill you the way people picture or expect it. There is no single dramatic moment. It works quietly in the background for years and years. High blood sugar slowly damages your blood vessels, so that the first way it kills is through heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. The second way is your kidneys. Up to about 4 in 10 people with diabetes develop kidney disease. In the United States, diabetes is the #1 reason people end up on dialysis, hooked to a machine for hours, several times a week, just to stay alive. Then there are the nerves and the circulation. This is the part that leads to things like foot ulcers, infections that will not heal, and even amputations to some people. Here is what I want you to really hear as a pharmacist who has stood behind the pharmacy counter for more than a decade. By the time most people get the diagnosis of diabetes, the damage has already had a head start. The damage is already done. The disease was working silently long before anyone said the word diabetes out loud. And that brings me to the scariest number in this entire presentation. It is not the deaths, it is this one. In the United States of America, the CDC estimates that more than 1 in 3 adults, about 98 million people, have prediabetes. This is the condition or a stage right before type 2 diabetes, where your blood sugar is already creeping too high, but you're not yet declared diabetic. That is 1 in 3 people. So look around the next room you walk into and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Most likely, one person will have diabetes among the first 3 people that you count. Now, here is the gut punch. Roughly 8 out of 10 of those people have no idea they have prediabetes. No symptoms they have noticed, no warning they understood, Nothing. They feel basically fine right up until they are not fine. So when I asked you at the start, could that be you? I was not trying to be dramatic. If you are watching this, there's a real chance your own blood sugar is already drifting in the wrong direction, and nothing has told you yet. The tiredness in the afternoon, the cravings you cannot explain, the weight settling around your middle that will not budge. Others are not just getting all the kind of stuff things people want to put them. Sometimes they are the quiet, early signals, the one most people explain away until it is too late. Okay, take a breath, relax. Because I did not make this video to scare you and leave you there. I made it because of what comes next, and almost nobody is shouting about it. Prediabetes, the stage that 1 in 3 adults are sitting in, is often reversible. And yes, I said reversible. And this is the part that gives me hope every single day. There was a landmark study that the diabetes prevention program ran for years across thousands and thousands of people. The people who lost a modest amount of weight, around 7%, and got about 150 minutes of activity a week, which is basically a brisk walk most of the days, cut their risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 58%. In people over 60, they actually discovered that it was even higher, 71%. So let me put that into perspective for you as a pharmacist. That is a bigger effect than a lot of medications that are being dispensed right now to diabetic people. From walking, a few changes, you can start this week. No prescription is required, actually. You are not powerless here. You are early and you're powerful. And if you're early is the best place you could possibly be. So what did you actually do? First, you need to know your numbers. A simple blood test, an A1C, and a fasting glucose tells you the truth that the mirror cannot. Most people are scared to check, but do not be afraid. A number you can see is a number you can change. Anything that you can measure is something that you can improve. Second, the early moves are not complicated. Cut the sugary drinks. Walk after your meals. Eat your protein and vegetables before the starch. Get enough sleep. None of that is a crash diet. None of that requires money, actually. It is a handful of repeatable habits that change the signals your body is getting every day. I have spent more than 7 years helping people manage exactly these conditions. And I did another 8 or so years manufacturing medicines that help people to treat these conditions. And I've realized that the people who turn it around are almost never the ones with superhuman willpower. They are the ones who caught it early and knew what to do first. So here is the one thing I want you to do before you click away. I put everything you need to find out where you stand into a free guide. And I called it the 2-minute metabolism check. So you can use this 2-minute metabolism check to see where you stand. It will walk you through the quiet warning signs, giving you a quick self-score, and shows you the first 3 steps to start turning things around today. And the guide is completely free. The link is in the description and it is pinned in the comment section. 2 minutes could be the difference between catching this early and being one of those 8 in 10 who never saw it coming. So go grab it, do the quick check tonight, and if it opens your eyes, that is exactly the whole point. That is the reason why I'm doing this video. You are not broken. I just want you to know that. You are not too late if you're watching this video. You are just early enough to do something about it. So take action. I will see you in the next video.